Hello, Celtic Prince again, back with a new video and a new name. From now on I shall refer to myself as Peccavi. This is Latin and means I have sinned anyway. This first video is going to be rather controversial. It is about sexuality, and in particular homosexuality. Those of you who watched my introductory video will know that this will be presented from a Catholic position. I don't ask you to agree with anything I say. The Catholic Church teaches that human sexuality, when properly practiced, is sacred. Anal intercourse and homogenital acts are considered sinful because sexual acts, by their nature, are thought to be both unitive and procreative. We also believe that complementary natures of the two genders is also part of God's plan. Many people take issue with the fact that Catholics oppose contraception and abortion. Our opposition to these things stems from our belief in the sanctity of life, and the idea that God alone should decide when a life starts and ends. Contraception artificially closes a sex act to the possibility of new life. And abortion, which is often claimed to be about the rights of the woman to decide what happens to her body, forgets about one thing: it is not just her life and her body that is being decided upon, but that of her unborn baby. Moving on to what is sure to spark controversy and generate many comments: homosexuality. Before I begin, let me state that my faith and church is not like Westboro Baptist Church or many of the thousands of Protestant sects. I do not hate homosexuals, nor do I think God does. When Christ was presented with a woman caught in adultery, he said back, quote, "Let anyone among you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." All her accusers left. Jesus then said to her, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" She said, "No one, sir." And Jesus said, "Neither do I condemn you. Go your way, and from now on do not sin again." That is the example I try to live by. Homosexuality refers to relations between men, or between women, who experience an exclusive or predominant sexual attraction toward persons of the same sex. It has taken a great variety of forms through the centuries, and in different cultures. Its psychological genesis remains largely unexplained. Basing itself on sacred scripture, which presents homosexual acts as acts of grave depravity, tradition has always declared that homosexual acts are intrinsically disordered. They are contrary to the natural law. They close the sexual act to the gift of life. They do not proceed from a genuine, effective and sexual complementarity. Under no circumstances can they be approved. The number of men and women who have deep-seated homosexual tendencies is not negligible. This inclination, which is objectively disordered, constitutes for most of them a trial. They must be accepted with respect, compassion, and sensitivity. Every sign of unjust discrimination in their regard should be avoided. These persons are called to fulfill God's will in their lives, and, if they are Christians, to unite to the sacrifice of the Lord's cross the difficulties they may encounter from their condition. Homosexual persons are called to chastity. By the virtues of self-mastery that teach them inner freedom, at times by the support of disinterested friendship, by prayer and sacramental grace, they can and should gradually and resolutely approach Christian perfection. That is direct from the Catechism. Its guidelines for homosexuals are as tough as those for heterosexuals. Living a Christian life is often difficult, but never impossible.